Moving on to pick number 3, Atlanta Hawks. Who are they taking?
Well, this is where I've put Luka Doncic. I can't really see him falling further than this. I think that I saw 1 or 2 mock drafts that had him falling to number 4 to Memphis. I can't see him falling out of the top 3. He is, well, supposedly the best international prospect in draft history. I think Ben Simmons would have something to say about that. But he was EuroLeague MVP, Final Four MVP.
EuroLeague champion, first team all EuroLeague.
He did everything there is to do over there, and there was a little bit of talk towards the end of the season that maybe he'd stay in the EuroLeague another season, but what's the point? He's achieved it all, and he can go to the NBA this season, and I think Atlanta's a good fit for him.
Yeah, well, he's the definition of a basketball prodigy. He was signed by Real Madrid at just 13 years old. He's been on a crash course with the NBA ever since. This was always going to happen. His skill set, obviously he's a scorer, but it's his passing ability that makes him so unique.
I think on this Atlanta team that it's looking more and more likely that Dennis Schroeder won't be there at the start of next season. Doncic adds that ball handler who can score when needed, because Atlanta probably don't have a number one scoring option.
Atlanta could just use talent right now.
Yeah, they could use anything they can get
lacking
at this point. They've got some of the best jerseys in the league and no good players to wear them. So I think Doncic is a really good prospect for Atlanta, and I think they'd be more than happy if he falls to number 3. They'd definitely pick him. There's not much more to say about Doncic because he's done it all at the EuroLeague level, and to have done it as a professional basketballer at the age of 18 or 19 is almost unheard of.
Well, it is unheard of. And offensively, he's got the whole package. He's in the pick and roll, he's in maestro. He's got, in transition, he can be lethal. Is that he can either set up for himself or he can set up for teammates. He's got great touch on his floaters and layups. He's a skilled post player. Actually has quite a good post game at 6'8".
6'8". So
and he can shoot the 3 ball as well. And the difference is that he's actually played a lot more games, and people will knock the EuroLeague, but it is the second best league, most competitive
second best professional league in
the world.
So,
and he's playing at a high level, hitting big shots. He hit a game winner in one game. So he's had his moments where he stood up in the clutch, which is something that they'll be looking for. Defense and whether he's athletic enough to fit into the NBA. I just think that's we need something negative to talk about, so we're just going to go with that. But He as a potential prospect, looks like he could be the best player in this draft.
Definitely. I think at 6'8", if he's guarding smaller guys at point guard, then he's going to do a good job anyway. So I don't see any real knocks on Luka Doncic.